Good evening. I have done my predictions for the French election for Macron. I am a psychic from South Africa. As I have said before, I have read for many famous people, and I'm here on request from many different people over the world now, since my prediction for the French election was very accurate. I would like to do my predictions for the German elections coming up. I'm specifically just going to speak about Angela Merkel, whom I have now looked for, and I'm not very accurate with looking at specifically what people say with their predictions, following it on the news or anything, but I'm very accurate with my own feelings about people. I look at their faces, how I see them, their eyes, their bone structure, their forthcoming to me, their look, their noses, their mouth shape, the way they look, the way they turn, not specifically what comes out of their mouth and what they say. I don't follow them on the news specifically. I don't see what they have to say, but specifically in the way they turn, they look, and the way they particularly come forth to me as a human being. I've had to look at Merkel, photographs of her, and I don't know much about her past. I've seen her on Time magazine, and that's basically it. So I went and concentrated on Merkel, and I went to sleep. I woke up, and this is what I have to tell you. All right. For this lady, I believe that there is also a gentleman that is going to be her opposition. I looked at his photograph. I looked at Merkel, and looking at the two of them, I feel the more prominent of the two that I must speak about is Merkel at this time. And I'm going to tell you why you should not vote for Merkel. To me, she's drawing to an end. The time is drawing close for this leader to part from the nation as a leader. Basically, she is coming to an end. There will be a time of stagnation and standstill, and the time is now. She should actually not even stand up and say, I want to be re-elected, because I feel it, I see it. In her jaw, I feel there's stubbornness and a way of saying, I don't want to let go. Greatness will depart from this woman. It means there was a time that she was maybe fantastic for you people as a leader, fantastic to stand up, fantastic to be a hero, but it is busy drawing away from her. I see it. It's almost as if the air is leaving her. Her aura, it's busy dissipating from her aura, and smallness is coming in. Smallness from the world outside, meaning that smallness is approaching her. Now, she might not want to let go of it, because I also see that in her. She's trying to hang on to it, but smallness is approaching. If she is going to hang on to it, there will be disharmony, confusion and disorder, not just for her, but for Germany itself and for other countries around her. I don't know what other people are saying about her, because I don't follow it on the news, but I see this disharmony. And I see it around her, and I see it with people, and I see it with the whole world around her. I see it coming in. I see stubbornness in this woman, a lot of stubbornness in herself, and basically what she says is law and order. She might say, yes, I agree with this, and yes, I agree with that, but a lot of stubbornness in herself, and she might hold it in, but that is the feeling I get. There's also darkness inside of her. Not as in, oh, whoa, I'm the evil devil or whatever, but darkness in the core that she holds. She holds it inside of herself, which at times maybe could even make her ill, and she doesn't make it publicly known, that she doesn't reveal to the world. And there's also a lot of ego in her. She likes to be recognized all the time. She must be in the limelight, although she might not say it, and she might even do things to please people or make people think that she's doing things to please them, to show off that she must be the hero at times. Mistrust will step in if she doesn't let go of her power. Things happen very fast at some stage of her leadership, and it just rolled, and she became a hero overnight, making some of her foundation weak. Now, it's a tree that grew very fast, and now some of its roots are not very rooted deep into the ground, which means some of her foundation is weak. Now, the advice here is step off. You've had your time. It is time. Now it is time to step off and let go and let somebody else take over. If she does not do this, I do see danger stepping in somewhere along the path. If she goes onto this new election and people do vote for her, she's going to have danger along the way. It is not going to be as smooth as it was for her before. Like I say, I see a role of countries around her who's going to make things difficult for her. And I see the winds of change. They always talk about the winds of change, and I see the wind that has been blowing in her direction turning against her, saying, we are going to force you to actually turn direction and take another direction. You need to step off. The wind is blowing. Go another way. And I also see that Germany is a very strong country. The way I see Germany standing right now is extremely strong. Maybe one of the strongest countries that, when I look at the picture in my mind, I see very strongly red coming up for some reason, and I see the flag has got red in it, but a very strong country, maybe also because of Merkel, and I see that she has been a foundation in which she's grown the economy, but I also see, because of the way she's grown the country, that other countries are saying maybe you've been too much of a dominance in growing Germany. And also for that reason, I see people saying you need to step off for some reason. I don't know why, but they are also forcing her to step off. I don't know why. So for this reason also, I'm saying step off and give somebody else a chance. And Germany will remain very strong, but I'm asking her to step off. And Germans, I feel that you need to vote for somebody else. You need to select somebody else. I don't know who else you're going to select, but I believe the other gentleman, I don't know much about him. I haven't really looked at him as a person, but I've just looked at Merkel. She needs to change. She needs to step in another direction, and she needs to give somebody else a chance. That's my view for Germany. Thank you very much. Goodbye.